Hello, everyone, and welcome to Neo Super Trader Series yet again. And this time we have with us Navin Bhasin. He is working with an international property consultant firm, but that doesn't stop him to also look at the other side, which is the alternative source of income. And he has decided to get into the active financial markets in a very, very professional way. And he has been finding consistent success. So I thought, why not invite him to this series and ask him what is his secret and how is he able to do both the things together and also do it successfully well. All right. So over to you, Naveen, and we would like to hear from you. Rather, our audience would like to hear from you as to what is your secret mantra. Let's go right in.
So, firstly, at the outset, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity be on this audience with yourself. I come from a family of doctors, like I've mentioned, as you're aware, and I work with the international property consulting firm.
Great.
In the industry now, when I say the real estate industry now for more than 20 years, and have grown in terms of designation from a executive now to a vice president, in my company. I was lucky that I chanced upon NeoTrader, and I read a lot. I enjoy reading, so I read at Money Control, Bloomberg Quint, and I've subscribed to the higher versions, like the pro versions, for both these subscriptions. There, I in fact remember hearing very clearly from Neeraj, who comes on who's the anchor for the Bloomberg channel. He holds Dr. CK Narayan in very, very high esteem and always takes his views and advice and shares that with the people at Bloomberg, the subscribers.
Yeah.
There was one interesting discussion where I happened to be on YouTube and I heard Neeraj speaking with Dr. Narayan. And that completely blew me apart because I realized that there is so much more than what we understand reading the Economic Times, business magazines, and these channels, wherein one can learn and understand how to invest. Previously, I used to only invest in mutual funds because I had no knowledge of the market. Parents also being doctors, they have no knowledge of finance at all. But fortunately, I chanced upon a chart advice. I joined the course with you, the 7 steps workshop. And from there, my understanding of the markets has completely evolved. I've grown as a professional. In that sense, I know now where to invest and how to invest. So I typically am a multi-day trader who doesn't trade every day. But thanks to NeoTrader, I've been making most of the right decisions.
So, what aspect of the training has impacted your way of functioning? So, like you said, that you have been tracking the markets for a while, and you have entered into the market in a more active space in the last few years. So, how many active years have you really spent in the market?
So I would say when I've really spent in the market, I would say about a year now, not even a year. But thanks to the 7 steps program, I've learned tremendously. And there are so many facets that have been introduced to me. Hard to define any one. But I mean, the knowledge has been very, 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 very overwhelming.
Okay. So when you talk about training, so what aspect of the training were you able to connect with on a, which has helped you to evolve as a more professional or as a more, organized market participant?
So I think, sir, understanding charts. I was never understood that aspect of trading. Being introduced thanks to you and the workshop, I'm able to now read charts for various companies, including and of course the Sensex, and thereby I know when to enter a trade and know when to exit a trade.
Okay.
So it gives a good understanding of what the momentum in the market is, and when one can enter and one can exit and make a profit.
Okay. So before you enroll for the 7 steps, before you said you heard about Dr. Narayan, about our organization through the
That's right.
Bloomberg interactions. So what were your expectations before you enrolled for the program, and how did it transpire post the program?
Oh, so initially my understanding, my expectation was just to get some knowledge to be able to execute a trade profitably. But when I came into the program, I realized it's a completely different world out there. The knowledge that Chart Advice family receives, thanks to you and Dr. Narayan, Aditya, and the entire setup. I mean, it depends on how much you want to take. It's like you can well, and it depends how much water you want to drink from that this well there, and it's up to you. So I mean, there's so many learnings, sir. Very hard to pin down any particular learning.
Right. But out of the learnings which you got through the program, so which style of those learnings or the strategies which resonates with your style of market participation?
So like I mentioned, sir, I'm not an intraday trader. Right. I as a professional, so I don't have that much time to keep monitoring the screen and seeing. So fortunately for me, NeoTrader came along, and thanks to that, I have found trading very easy. Give some examples. On NeoTrader, you get what we call BTST, buy today, sell tomorrow. So you just come in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, even if you're working as a working professional, log in at 3 o'clock, take the trade, next morning, sell the trade. So it's as simple as that. There are also ready-made trades that come in the form of all types. Intraday, multi-day, you get positional, you get an investor, and with a high success ratio, 70% success means 7 out of 10 trades or more than that are successful. So what more do you really need?
Right. So you're able to manage your time, and also you know that exactly at this point in time, the trades are going to come. So all you got to do is ensure that you are there on that page at 3 o'clock.
On that page at 3 o'clock. Leave that as it may, sir. There are various sections within NeoTrader. So for example, any time of the day, if you missed your morning trade, you can log in and see the market, the dashboard. Gives you a very good understanding of which sectors are performing, which sectors are not performing. And on the basis of that, you filter down further and you go to the next page, which gives you a complete understanding of all the sectors. And within each sector, which of the trades are doing well and which of the trades are not doing well. Immediately you understand that this is for example, steel. Steel is performing on a particular day. So you realize within steel you have SAIL, you have Tata Steel and the other stocks. Which of those stocks are performing? Where are we seeing momentum? You then get into the charts, go through the charts of each, and you take your trade. It's as simple as that.
Right. So that was the objective when we designed this workflow, that it has to be easy for everyone to navigate, and also that is a sequence in which the market functions. The broader indices, the sectors, the stocks thereafter. So once you go through sequentially, and that is what we have covered as part of our 7 steps workshop also. And in every workshop, we try and build a structure so that all the market participants can get that idea of how to engage with the markets. So after you took on NeoTrader and after you started trading with NeoTrader, so how has been your understanding of the market? Has it improved, or do you feel that it is little overwhelming for you?
No, it's improved tremendously. There's a lot of participation. So for example, sir, you conduct programs on a regular basis, live market programs.
Yeah.
Where you guide us through how, as a trader, you're supposed to conduct or strategize your time and day. So it becomes so easy. Besides that, you have so many features on NeoTrader. I've just named you some very few features. You have an expert alert page. You have a query window. I mean, each of those pages gives you complete understanding of the market and the various stocks that are performing in the market at any given point of time.
Right. So in terms of your trading, so the way you were trading earlier, right? So you have been in the market for some years now. So trading, how has it been? How is it different now after NeoTrader?
So now, earlier it was more on what certain friends used to say, see what you hear on CNBC, you know. So one used to take a trade based on what one used to get in the morning, and then try and hope that that trade does well. Today, you're able to understand completely, or through thanks to NeoTrader, which trade to focus on, when to focus on, when to buy, when to sell. So I mean, it's a completely different experience. You're a more informed investor.
Exactly.
You're well, you understand investing, you understand market dynamics. Therefore, the success ratio between what one had earlier and what one has today, there's a world of difference. Earlier, I used to be losing money. Most days, most months, I used to be losing money.
Okay.
Today, I have my portfolio is up by 14%.
Wow.
So if I invested a certain amount of capital, I'm at 14% I've gained thanks to NeoTrader and chart advice.
Great. So you can say that that hope is out of the system. So you're no longer hoping for a trade to work. You know that if the trade is not going to work, you know the way out also. At the same time, you know if the trade is working, you know how to
execute the trade. Yes.
That's the benefit of having a structured learning. So if I were to talk about your trades which you have taken, so in which trade have you generated a maximum return? The markets are booming, and of course everyone has got their one pick. If it were, and if it was in your case, what would be a stock where you have gained a decent return?
So I'll give you an example, clear example of Z. Now,
Okay.
I never used to invest in media stocks. I never had any knowledge. But so, give you an example. You go on to NeoTrader, and there on NeoTrader you see media doing well. That segment is doing well.
Yeah.
So you go to particular stocks that are doing well because that's what the dashboard enables you to do. It makes you get down to the stocks that are performing. Then you pick up a stock and you go into stock research, and you go to the stock page, and when you see all the indices are positive. For example, if you see the daily, the intraday, you see the multi-day, you see the positional, you see the pivots, you also see the the Fibonacci pages that are there. Ichimoku or you can take a trade so easily. So I bought Z.
Wow.
And I've continued to hold Z.
Fantastic.
I'm sitting on quite a lot of profit thanks to chart advice NeoTrader. I mean, I wouldn't have taken the trade otherwise. I wouldn't have known what.
Awesome. So it's good to hear that otherwise many people only look at the screen and it's like I wish a Cinderella story, but then you are like the Cinderella man here. You are able to.
All thanks to you, sir. All thanks to you.
Great.
The chart advisor.
So, from whatever you're sharing with me now, I can definitely see that you are now more composed. We have spoken earlier as well. So you are now more composed, and you're able to see the market in its entirety, right?
That's right.
And with NeoTrader by your side, I'm sure that you'll always be able to delve deeper, explore other areas as well, and that's the whole idea. So if I were to ask you, okay, in regards to NeoTrader, all right, in regards to NeoTrader, what is the aspect of NeoTrader which you would highlight immediately? Suppose I ask you, how has NeoTrader, so you talked about training, so how has NeoTrader enabled you to trade better? So what would be, say, if I ask you like a rapid fire, so 3 important pointers which will compel anyone to take NeoTrader?
Oh, sir, I mean, which software or which platform gives you ready-made trades with 75% or even more success ratio? So I mean, your entry point is given to you, your stop loss is given to you, your targets are defined for you, your time frame is defined for you, and you can see the past statistics and understand how each of the trades have performed. So I think there is nothing bigger than that. For a person, a novice, forget somebody who's highly educated and qualified in trading. But I'm saying for a novice, you just enter, you see the trades, you pick the trades, and you profit. What can be better than that? And those trades every day. Like say, for example, if you're a multi-day trader at 4 o'clock, every evening you get trades. If you're an intraday trader, through the day you get trades. And these trades are curated. So it depends. If you want to go in for high curation, you want to play high with a lot of safety, you use the curation, you take the curation off, and I mean, the trades become so many, like you always say, sir, like a pani puri one. You go out there and, it depends on what you want to really take. There are so many trades available. You decide that you trade independently based on the charts, and then you take your call. So, I mean, it's a well-informed decision making that NeoTrader enables. I think it's the best software trading software that there is, period. I don't think any trading software can come close to the features that NeoTrader has to offer. And it's an algo-based software. I mean, I only hope and pray that every person who's trading in the market has NeoTrader by his side. Because if he has NeoTrader by his side, but whatever level he is at, he may be a novice, he may be an expert, he will only profit from the experience. He will only profit from the trades that he takes.
Great. Yes, it was actually you hit the nail on the head. You could be anyone. You could be a beginner or a professional. Eventually, what you want to do is you want to reduce the space between your point of analysis to the point of execution. And
absolutely, decision timing, sir, comes down to take a decision immediately thanks to NeoTrader.
Right. So, in terms of reaching out, so are people now seeing a different Navin who is participating in the markets, more confident, and also suggesting some opportunities to others instead of somebody else coming back?
I shouldn't be saying this, but most of my colleagues come to me, and we have colleagues from all levels of background. So I have the head of legal coming up to me and asking me what trade should he take. And or I have the CFO of the company coming and asking me. So there are even financial people coming and asking me. So for me, it's become like I'm like the go-to man for stocks.
So your number will be on the favorite speed dial button.
I would say so, sir. We have formed an internal group also. Not that because we're working in a company, I don't encourage that at all. But the fact is that a post-market or post work hours, one interacts with colleagues and things like that, and they take the advice, and we have a discussion on this.
Great. So then I think that they are the next NeoTrader people who are going to enroll along with you, because they want to go to where Mr. Navin is going, and they also want to get the information first.
Right. Absolutely, sir. That's what I keep telling them. I said, rather than, when you have NeoTrader by your side, honestly, you can you're independent. You can work independently. You're confident. You don't need any other support. So that's one big, and that's what I encourage them to sign up for NeoTrader and take the opportunity and take the advantage of the software.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the same. And when you are engaging with the people outside, right? And when you're engaging now with the markets as well, so you have realized that there is a great shift in your confidence level also about the markets, as I can very much see in this interview. So thank you for sharing your time with us, and thank you for sharing your experience, your knowledge, your of NeoTrader knowledge of the training. And I hope that in the future days to come, I will get another chance to interact with you and find out at what level you have reached now, again as part of this new Super Trader series. So with that, I come to an end of this edition of new Super Trader series, and I'm sure that you have got some insights about NeoTrader, about how Navin participates in the markets, and all those information will help you get an understanding of how people are coming and engaging with this NeoTrader platform, and also they are getting a good idea about how to participate in the markets, be it a novice or be it a professional. Thank you so much, Naveen, for joining us on the show. And it was a privilege having you here.
Thank you very much, sir, for having me. Thank you very much.